All right, we'll get started. 12 up noon. Today we're going to focus on actually the inputting of listings. And the only reason I say that is because by now we should all have a pretty good idea what forms we need for back agent to print. We print when we go to a listing, and we're going to print the IBS, the seller's disclosure, and the listing agreement. The IBS is pre-filled, the seller's disclosure is blank, and the listing, all you have to do is open it and fill in about 4 paragraphs. So you can always send that to me to review. That's going to be the easy part. We will cover it before the training's over. But I wanted to cover inputting a listing. And so the first thing we're going to do is we get the call, we confirm a phone number, an email, the name, and the address, and set the appointment. Then we go into MLS. And when we go into MLS, we have 2 ways to look for a property that's to do a listing presentation. The first one is you can look up the address by seeing if it was ever in the MLS. So I'm just going to pull up a couple homes that I used to live in. 3635 Garden Brook. The unit was 4,300. So I could do that and hit search and see if it was ever in the MLS. You can see it was. I could click on the MLS number. I'm going to print this agent full report, and then I'm going to go to tax, and I'm going to print the tax roll. Okay. That's always going to be the 2 documents, or at least this document, that you need. All right. Another address I used to live at, 2207 Dallas Drive. That's all you have to do. 2207 Dallas, hit search. You can see it also came up. You click on the MLS number. You would print this, and you would go back to listing, and you would print this agent full report by hitting print agent full report. Okay, let's act like neither of those came up. We would go search public record. And then right here, you would go 3635 Garden Brook. You see there's 105 matches. Right here, you could go 4,300. And you'll see there's no matches. Okay. So you probably leave that blank. And you might have to go in and look at each one of these. And you're going to have to scroll down and look for 4,300. It's in here. You're going to have to scroll down and look for it. That's the worst case, because that's going to be if you're doing a condo. Okay. How about 2207 Dallas Drive? 1 match. When you click on it, you click on the property ID, and there it has the seller. Okay. Now, if you have this like this and you click on that and there's not this little circle with a line through it, that means that you somehow missed it on looking in the little search square, and you can click on that and it'll pull the property up. Okay. So Allie and Elaine, in the chat, type in your addresses. And we're going to use those as a real world. Or text them to me. But I'll wait. So either I got 2 people, Allie and Elaine, text me your addresses that you live in, or any addresses you've ever lived in the DFW area, and we'll look those up. And that will be good practice. That's if you're listening. Okay, so there's Elaine. All right, so again, my matrix. Okay, we're here at the dashboard. Right here, I'm going to go 8850. Now, let's say you don't know how to spell Coleman, but you know it's COL. That's good enough. Hit search, and you can see it's never been in the MLS before. So now you go public record. Right here, you go 8850 Coleman, and you can see there's 1 match. You hit results, you hit property ID, and you can see that that's her property. Okay. you see there that if I put my cursor over last listing, I get the no. Okay. All right. 10806 Shadowbrook. Okay. Well, the first thing would be to look right here. 10806 Shadow and hit search. And you can see that it did come up. If I click on it, that's Allie's house, or one that she has. And then I hit tax roll and it's got their names. Okay. Now let's say that it didn't come up here. Then I would go search public record. And right here, I would go 11806 Shadowbrook. I might just have to do Shadow. Okay, I don't have to do Brook. Oh, I have one too many ones. 11806 Shadow Brook. Okay, you can see it's not there. 11. Oh, because I have the wrong address. 10806. Look at that, one match. All right, so even, I get a little ADD'd out and put in the wrong address. You hit results and you'll see that that's going to be the same thing. It would default to this first. And then if you hovered over this and saw that there wasn't a circle with a line through it, you can have the listing there. All right. So that's going to be the first thing. And then obviously, you know how to do a CMA. We've trained on those enough. And so now you're going to input a listing. And I'm just going to use my address again, like I did yesterday, because it'll be easy. So let's say we were doing my home, 8005 Fall Meadow Circle. Well, the first thing I would do is see if it was ever in the MLS before. Now, I might not know whether it's Fall Meadow one word or Fall Meadow two words. So I'm just going to go with fall and I'm going to hit, and you can see that there's two of them. So I would print this, I would print the listing and the tax roll. Now, if it wasn't in the MLS, meaning I put it right here under street number and name and it didn't come up, then I'd have to go to public record. And then I go 8005. And as soon as I just type that in, I have one match. Okay, you can see it's not even the whole street name. And once I do that, you'll see that I can click on this and it's going to have our name. Okay, so then I go to input. And this will be after I get the listing signed. Okay, so let me just show you real quick how we're going to do that. And then we'll go right back into inputting the listing. We're going to log into Zip Forms. I can't help you with that. You've got to know how to do that. That's basic fundamental realtor stuff. You're going to hit Zip Forms and the screen turns blue. And when the screen turns blue, you're going to hit the new tab. And when you hit the new tab, you're going to hit new listing. If it was my home, you're going to name it Doug, or you're going to name it Fall Meadow. Select the dot next to residential, select the appropriate template seller. Sorry. Okay, let's do it one more time. Listing, you're going to name it whatever. You're going to hit residential. You're going to pick the appropriate template. Then you're going to scroll down and hit save. All right, you'll be at the white summary tab. You go 2 tabs over. And on my house, it was built after 1978, so I don't need lead. I just need this, IBS, open a new form editor. And I'm going to add the listing and the seller's disclosure. I don't need to look at the IBS. It was pre-filled. The seller's disclosure is blank. All I need to do is click on the listing. I need to go ahead and put the seller's name. I'm going to go down here and I'm going to fill in the appropriate lot and block. Lot 5, block B. I'm going to capitalize. I'm just doing this quick. Okay. Going to be Plano. Colin, known as 8005 Fall Meadow. Okay. I'm going to go to page 2. I already know there's an HOA here. I don't have to mess with that. I always leave the price blank to talk to him about that when I'm at the house. I'm going to pick a begin date. Let's say I'm meeting Doug on the 29th, and I'm going to move forward and do about a 6-month or something like that. I'm going to pick the same date. And if you're charging 6% and 3 of that goes to the buyer's agent, you're done after paragraph 4. Hit save. don't even send it to me. There's nothing I can really check. I can't know whether you have the right seller's name. I don't know the address, and I don't know the begin and end date that you've agreed to. And that's it. So you'll just print and you'll take those documents with you. IBS, listing, seller's disclosure, along with the agent full report, the tax roll, and then we already know tomorrow we're training on net sheets, so I'm not going to cover that. So now you come back to your house or somewhere that has Wi-Fi and you are about to enter the listing. You go to input. I'm going to input a listing. You go to add new. You select residential if it's a house for sale, residential income if it's a duplex, triplex, quadplex, or there's a tenant already in there, residential lease if I'm going to put my home up for lease, and land if there's no structure on it. So this can be residential, and then you're going to add from the realist tax. And then you have to go over here, select any county, and type real quick the county that the property's in. Go here and type 8005 Palmetto and hit search and see if anything comes up. You'll see it does. That's my home. You'll hit fill, and now you're at your tabs that you have to go left to every one of these out. Just to make it easy, I like to go to status, the last tab, and I like to go in and hit submit property. Thereby, it tells you every tab that you need to make that red exclamation mark go away. So you'll start at the first tab and go left to right. Everything yellow has to be filled in. If you have a question about it, before you text me, click on the little explanation and it'll tell you how to answer it. So hit the drop down. It's a single family home. The property is attached. It is an exclusive right to sell. I will not be subdividing this lot. What kind of house is it? Scroll down. It's common sense. Read. Single detached. Architectural, it's a traditional. Most homes are. List price, I want to go whatever, 800. Begin date, today. End date, in December. Same day. Or 27. Year built. Well, that was pre-filled based on the tax assessor. Square footage was based on the tax assessor. Year built, it's pre-owned. Construction, it's brick. There might be a little bit of concrete or whatever. I mean, you know, it just look through it. I don't have to fill out anything white. Here it says multi-parcel. That means, can I subdivide my property into multi-properties? No. Now watch when I hit submit. Pay attention to this exclamation mark. It just went bye-bye. Now I go to location. Everything yellow is pre-filled already. So I know my school district and I know what school. So I know that right here, it's going to be for the elementary, it's going to be Riddle. And I know for the middle school, it's Fowler. And I know for the high school, it's Lebanon Trail. Okay, let me bring your attention to this. 7 years ago, it was Centennial. A year after that, it was Liberty. A year after that, it was Lebanon Trails. So don't copy another listing and mirror their school, the schools that agent picked. Go ahead and call the city independent school district of where that city's at. And when they answer, just say, hey, I'm about to list a home at 8005 Palmetto. What schools feed into that specific address? Boom. Okay, it's a great source. So once I pick Lebanon, and then right here, I hit submit property, watch that, that goes away. Then I go to rooms. Now, every room that I put in has to correspondingly have a measurement or at least a type down here, as well as living areas. So let me just, I'm going to make this up. Okay. Actually, I'm going to be honest. It's 4 bedroom, 5 bath. Levels is 2, it's 2-story. Got 2 dining. All right. Now watch when I try to submit this. It won't let me. So when I click on this, it says must enter primary bedroom in the room drop down list if number of bedrooms is greater than 0. So that means that because I have 5 right here, I have to have 5 bedrooms. So I need to hit more 4 more times. Then I'm going to go to the first one and make it a primary. And then these are all secondary, just bedrooms. All right. Now watch when I hit submit. It won't let me. I have an exclamation mark here. I click on it. Must enter living room in the room drop down list if number of livings is greater than 0. That means that I have to have also 3 living rooms down here. Now I like to add everything. Okay, but I need to at least add 3 more. And I have to make them living rooms. Or study. I'm going to make one an office because I have an office. And then the other one a game room. Now I'm going to put where they are. Game room's on the 2nd floor. Office is on the 1st. Okay. I'm not going to do this for everyone, but I mean, y'all gotta, you gotta make this, pretty strong. I mean, it's your representation to your client that you're using reasonable care in listing the home. I got 2 bedrooms down with the master. Now I'm going to measure it. I'm going to mark these, look through to see what I can add. That's all search criteria. I'm going to go ahead and add the 2 dining. Okay. So it's going to be fucking nice. All right. I'm going to hit submit property. And you'll see that went away. Now I'm on to features. Okay. Again, everything yellow has to be filled in. Is it a smart home? Yeah, there's some smart stuff in it. Not me, but there's some features. There's a pool. Yeah. I got a fireplace. I have no carport. I've got a 2 garage. I've got 2 covered in the garage. The garage is attached. Okay. It's pretty much common sense stuff. You don't have to text me, I don't think, for, these issues. What I would do is I would go through it, submit it, then send it to me. And I'll look at it. We can make the change real quick. Okay. Nothing white even needs to be filled in. I just like to add as much as I can. The more, the better. Interior features. I used to have cable TV, so I know we can do that. I know there's high-speed internet. We have a kitchen, flat screen wiring, eat-in kitchen. Okay, you just add some stuff, whatever. Appliances. Yeah, I've got a dishwasher. Who doesn't? Disposal, built-in gas range. Yep. Okay, you're going to go through and mark what's applicable. Okay, right here, garage, yes or no? Yes. The garage size, usually 22 by 20. Garage height, 15. Okay, so anyways, you're going to fill in this stuff. And then at the bottom, you're going to hit submit property. And you'll see that it didn't go away. So I need to go look and see what I need to fill in. It's got an exclamation triangle. Oh, there's no basement. Oh, parking. Okay, let's see. Most of it's alphabetized. And for rear garage. Okay, garage faces rear. Okay, I could add, there's garage door opener, just look through it. All right. Now watch when I hit submit. Boom. Okay. I'm not going to cover this one. It's super easy. Okay. You're going to go through this one. Utilities. It's not rocket science. Okay. You're going to mark probably most cities have city sewer, city water. Okay. Heating, find out what it is, electric or gas, no mud. And then you'll hit submit and that'll go away. You go to financial. Okay. You can mark what your seller is open to. taking. I usually always hit negotiable. Loan type, always treat as clear. And there's no second mortgage. Go ahead and put truly title, their phone number, their location. You'll hit submit and that'll go away. HOA either has one or it doesn't. If it does, then you'll mark of the 3 choices. You'll put the frequency, the dues, the management company, their phone number. You get that from the seller, what they require over here. This is the one that probably you need to remember. My agent ID number as a supervisor right here. This will be you, or you'll put in your license number with a 0. Here, supervisor, 0439277. Boom, that's me. Buyer agent commission, generally it's 3%. Mark the commission. Sub agency, never anything other than 0. Don't worry about that, just put no. Okay, you can fill in the rest if you want. You'll hit submit. You'll see that there's an exclamation mark, or maybe not. Oh, you'd have to put in your license number. I'll put it in like this is my own listing. Okay, now you hit submit and you can see that went away. Showing, again, probably it's going to be a standard individual. Lockbox type should be Bluetooth for security. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's fine for the number. You don't need a real one. You got to figure out what you're doing here. Do you want to put C tax row, or do you want to put the owner's name is Douglas Smith? Okay. Are you going to do none, showing time, or broker bay? Mark it accordingly over here. Are they going to text you or showing time, or, just go through this? All right. And at the bottom, there'll be some showing instructions. You can put showing instructions here. Locked doors, dogs are in kennel. Okay, then you'll hit submit. You'll see there's an exclamation mark. Well, I have to pick one of these. All right. If I pick showing time, go ahead and put their phone number in here, right there. If I do broker bay, put their phone number. If you do none, put your phone number, and right here's text agent for showing instructions. Okay. And then you go to remarks. I can't help you with that. Don't mess with any of this crap. Right here, I usually put GPS. I scroll down. You need to make up a private remark. I mean, of this. Okay. You could go to Chat GPT and say, I got a 5-bedroom badass house in Plano, master down, write up a description. You can write it yourself. Then you hit submit. And once all these go away, all these red dots go away, after you hit the last submit, you'll get an MLS number. Okay. And that means it's been inputted correctly. All right. And so again, I wanted this to be pretty short. Next week, we'll cover how to input the photos, add seller's disclosure, any other PDFs. Tomorrow, we have a great training. It's Truly Title. It's Callie, along with Vet and Krista on the new app, the NetSheet app. Hopefully everybody has that. Go to the App Store, type in Truly Title. It's a NetSheet app. A week from tomorrow, Lola will be doing training A to Z on everything real estate related. So we have some really cool stuff, and we'll always do these trainings every day at noon. Fridays will always be in person, recorded and remote. Y'all have a great day, and go get some.
Thanks, Doug.
Go Cowboys, Allie. Go Cowboys.